Hi, and welcome to Three Questions With. I got my buddy Brad with us from SC Digital. Hey, Brad, welcome to the show.
Kevin, how's it going?
I just live in the dream, my friend. So, Brad, I asked you to come on the show today because everybody needs marketing advice, bud. I mean, there's no way around it. But one of the challenges I find is that small business owners, sometimes we struggle to find the budget to invest in marketing. So today, I know you got a couple of free tips for how to improve your online presence. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, so one of the main things I think businesses can really do to get more leads and phone calls from the internet is really to consider their online reputation. So online reputation, of course, just kind of being reviews, not only getting reviews, but also responding to those reviews. And then also what to do if you get a bad review, right? So because that's really where a lot of the business is actually coming from, is people hearing about you or shopping for your services, not necessarily knowing if they want to do business with you or one of your competitors. And then ultimately everybody kind of reads reviews. So the main thing we always coach people to do is that before you spend dollar number one, always make sure that you have a reputation management plan in place. So that means have a plan in place to get online reviews. So that might mean just automatically sending all of your customers a text message and saying, hey, how did you like your service? If you loved it, fantastic. Can you just click on this link to leave us a review? And that would bring them right to your Google My Business page. Secondarily, you need to have a process in place to respond to those reviews, because again, keep in mind that a lot of the people that read your reviews, they do care what the review says, but really they're trying to understand who you are as a business. And if you're a solopreneur, if you're a smaller business, really who you are as a person or who you employ to work in your business. So they want to see those responses. That really matters to them. And then, thirdly, and potentially most importantly, is every now and then everybody's going to get a bad review. You're not going to make 100% of the people happy. So, what do you do when you have that bad review come through? Well, number one is you have to make sure that you respond to it. You have to make sure that you respond to it professionally. You do not want to be confrontational or combative. You absolutely need to be empathetic to the other person. And then the whole key is have enough great reviews to make sure that if you get a bad one every once in a while, it's not going to sink your business. It's not going to put you into bankruptcy, right? If you've got 50, 60 perfect reviews, some 4 and 5 star reviews, and then you get that one person whose steak was a little underdone and they decided to give you a 1 star for that, or maybe your server was having a bad day and your server wasn't particularly nice to that customer. So your establishment got a bad review. You can recover from that because you have a strategy to make sure that there's enough really good stuff out there to sort of overcome the bad.
I really like that advice because I'm that person who doesn't seek the reviews. I'm honest about it. I'm like, hey, I should probably ask people. But one of my pet peeves, Brad, is when I try to help you and I leave you a positive review when you don't even take the time to say thank you. Because I've gone into establishments where I'm like, hey, the service was amazing here. I leave them a positive review and just crickets. But especially to your point, when something's bad, because again, you can't please everyone, and some people you can't. Then you look and go, Brad, every review you've ever left is bad. Someone had to make you happy once, right? We have those friends that it's the only time that they're going to go on to Google My Business is when they have something negative to say, and it's just who they are as people. But I always tease people because I have people who handle my social media. I'm like, that's good, but you still have to, you can outsource the work, but you still have to respond, It's disappointing when that happens. You must see that all the time.
Well, we do. We often encounter businesses that either don't have a reputation management plan in place, right? So maybe they've only got 2 or 3 good reviews or 2 or 3 reviews in total, and a couple of them are bad. And here's the thing about online reviews is that it's great to have lots of them. It's great to have dozens and dozens or hundreds, even thousands of reviews. But at the end of the day, what's most important is that you just have more than the next person, right? You just have to have the most out of everybody in the industry, and you have to have the best. And if you can, like I said, if you have a bad one, if you have one that comes through and it's not particularly positive, it is an opportunity to demonstrate to potential customers how you handle conflict, how you handle something when it doesn't go perfectly. if it's excuse after excuse, then it's going to be really kind of hard to recover from that. And other people are usually going to take the side of the customer because most of us identify with the customer. But if you can demonstrate that you're going to go the extra mile to try to make things right and turn a bad situation into a good one, then you win a lot of points with people that are considering having you on their short list for sure.
Makes sense. Brad, you have an upcoming event. Let's talk about that.
I do. Yeah, we have an upcoming event coming up with the Manchester Chamber of Commerce. It's a webinar. It is on Tuesday, the 28th of September at noon. It's just a half an hour long. It's called Rapid Fire Google My Business. So we'll be talking a lot about strategies to improve your Google My Business listing, improve your placement in Google. Google My Business, of course, being the main determinant of your Google Map placement, which in my estimation really is the most important, most valuable real estate on the Google search result page for small businesses, because you don't have to pay for it the way that you do with Google Guarantee and pay-per-click. And it's significantly higher up in the organic results, and it shows off all of your best business assets like your reviews, your phone number, your website, directions to your location, questions and answers, and so on. So that webinar is going to be a lot about how to optimize that profile, have it make you the most amount of money and get you the most amount of customers possible. And we're really looking forward to it.
So Brad, how can people reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
They can email me right at brad@scdigital.com, or they can check out our website, scdigital.com. And there's a link right there where they can actually jump right on our calendar and we can have a free consultation.
Awesome. Brad, I really appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
You bet. Thank you, Kevin.